Echoes is the third full-length album from Altar of Betelgeuze. This is a Finnish doom metal band, and one that has always had elements of stoner metal, stoner doom metal, and death metal in it. And I think the death metal affect of it really comes from the vocals. There was two vocalists in this band to start. One of them left in 2019 after the first two records, so you'll find a very different style on those first two LPs, which was maybe more inclusive of the stoner metal side of things, and it made for a very curious, eclectic experience with many layers to it on those first two records. And on this third one, we find much more of a focus on two aspects, which is traditional doom metal and those riffs and the bones of it, as well as maybe some sludge influences, maybe some early 90s death metal influences. But overall, we get kind of a melodic doom metal record that also has death metal vocals. You know, your mind could go many ways with that description, but for me, it touches upon kind of like Reflections era Convulse, or, maybe even Zizma a little bit, depending on how the song moves. These are doom metal songs that have death metal vocals in most cases, and the folks behind this are quite qualified. You know, Matthias Nastolin he's featured in Decaying for as long as he's been in this band as well, kind of as a main songwriter in each. And if you know Decaying, that is a very competent and strong old school throwback death metal band, maybe more of a bolt thrower type thing. And he brings that experience and qualification into this band and keeps it heavy, keeps it riff oriented, but also pulls off the death metal aspect of it quite well. He's also in Desolate Realm, and that's a whole nother thing. So basically, in terms of Finnish traditional doom metal, they do stand out quite a bit. They don't really sound like the Reverend Bizarre type thing, but more so something like early 90s Paradise Lost, a little bit of pentagram swing in their movement. There's a lot going on here in terms of classic doom metal and also some death metal too. Style and all that is pretty interesting, and I think that they pull off the death/traditional doom metal idea really well. It is kind of their own thing at this point. What makes this record special isn't that the vocals have changed so much as the songs have become more tuneful. And it seems like they'd spent a lot more time writing these pieces to the point where everyone has its point of purpose. A lot of them hit very simply and effectively. They aren't overthought, but they are quite well played. I've always appreciated the vocalist's bass playing, and that has translated pretty well into this record in a way that is virtuosic, but not a lot of showmanship necessarily. And I think that the vocals are pretty effective, with the cleans from Nastolin also working here, harmonized or otherwise. There's a lot to take in here, but it's actually a pretty simple record to sit with and enjoy. It's just it's hard to describe it in terms of modern or old school. There's a lot of things happening here that should appeal to a broad range of people who like everything from death and roll to death doom to classic doom metal, 90s doom metal, Finnish death metal. So for me, there was something new and fresh that I enjoyed on my first several listens. Every time I picked it up, there was a tuneful moment that was resonant with me, and I think they really nail the riff side of it too. So all around, a pretty solid doom metal record that has that death metal influence that actually works here. So that's a high recommendation for me, and go check it out for yourself. I premiered the record today on the website. You can also check it out on March 22nd when the full thing releases, and read the review if you'd like more of my thoughts. I really enjoyed this one.